Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler here at the OBX Wave Report. I'm heading out to surf session number 1 for this week of a possible 3 to 4 as we've got some wonderful waves breaking here on the Outer Banks, I believe. According to the wave monitors, I haven't seen any direct visual observations, although I've looked at some video of waves down at the beach and they look like they're getting better. So we're heading on down for that. But in the wave report earlier today, I did not get the opportunity to advocate for clean energy the way I typically do on the wave report because we had some technical gremlins that cut off the end of my segment. And I don't know exactly what happened, whether it was a Twitch thing or a Streamlabs thing or a YouTube thing or a combination of all the things, but the last 20 to 30 seconds of my video got nuked. And so I want to be crystal clear that one of the main reasons why we are doing the wave report is to advocate for clean energy mass deployment, and I want that message to be loud and clear. Right now I am driving to the beach in an electric vehicle. This is a Tesla Model 3. It's a fantastic vehicle and fantastic transport for beach environment, and it's low maintenance transport and low cost to fuel transport. The price of the vehicle is moderately high, but not really much higher than the average, and it's just I really highly recommend getting an electric vehicle this time. And then I also highly recommend plugging the electric vehicle into clean energy if you have the opportunity. And here at my location in the Outer Banks, I'm going to be setting up some home improvements to get some clean energy systems set up for our home. And so we are going to go 100% clean energy here on the Outer Banks, and we'll probably do some segments on that as well. We're heading on down to the beaches. I do also want to just show you guys how much water there is, because as we look at confronting climate change, water is a major issue. And primarily for the coastlines, the main issue is rising sea levels combined with more intense storms. And right now I'm heading out on the causeway toward the Baum Bridge, which goes over the Roanoke Sound. And so to my left and right, you see these marsh grasses, and the marsh grasses are basically at about sea level. So right now the causeway, I think, maybe is about 5-6 feet above sea level, maybe a little bit more. I don't know the exact sea level height, but it's not far above sea level. You can see at high tide, you can see the water all around, and the sound is directly connected to the ocean. So it is directly affected by sea level rise, and most of the Outer Banks is very low lying. So if clean energy is mass deployed, and we can keep the temperatures globally below 1.5 degrees Celsius, then places like the Outer Banks, these beautiful places, have a shot at continuing to exist. I believe. Particularly if we can get to net zero and net negative emissions. And these regions of the world are worth saving, both for their beauty, for the natural habitats they provide, and for the communities, the wonderful communities that they host, as well as the richness that they provide for all of us in both the United States and the world. There's just so much here in the Outer Banks, so much beauty, so much wonder to behold. Right now I'm heading over the Baum Bridge, and as we get to the top, we're going to see a section of Nag's Head and a national wildlife refuge just open up before us. And so you can see the blue waters of the Sound, the green of the trees in the wildlife refuge, the brown of the marshes, as we head on down toward the beaches here in the Outer Banks. And all of this is under the gun from human-caused climate change, driven by fossil fuel burning. So I don't know. So the technical gremlins, if they were on the side of fossil fuel burning and against the mass deployment of clean energy, I just want to say you lost, because now we got a whole segment on clean energy and the need to defend our coastlines. So a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. It was probably just a technical gremlin, but nonetheless, I do want to focus, just really stringently focus on the need to mass deploy clean energy. That is the center of gravity of the climate crisis, and there's all sorts of folks out there that will deny that or deflect from that. They'll spew up all these distractions, and clearly those that do, they have an agenda, and their agenda is not the protection of we the people, particularly we the people here on the coastlines. And so you've got to take what they say with a gigantic, I don't even know about a grain of salt. It's just you just gotta call it out for what it is, which is nonsense and bull pucky. And do the things that are helpful and necessary, and also, that make your life better. I mean, ever since I've been using an electric vehicle, my life's gotten so much better. I get all these people saying, what about this? What about that? Well, I don't have to worry about pumping gas that might give me brain cancer, or breathing in the fumes from my car that might give me lung cancer. I'm just here in a nice clean vehicle. And the more people that get it around me, the healthier my life gets, just locally, and the less impacts I get from climate crisis. So it's all to the good. And let's do that. Let's believe in the good. Let's do the good things. And let's say F you to those who don't believe in the good. I don't know. Everyone talks about belief in this or that religion. Let's believe in morality. Let's believe in justice. Let's make justice the heart of our belief. Wherever we come from, whatever we believe in. Many spiritual systems are based on the core notion of justice. Let's not corrupt that. Let's uphold it. Let's apply it in our lives. It's not something for some ephemeral spiritual afterlife. It's something for now. Let's make heaven a place on earth. So so let's mass deploy clean energy and get on the pathway to doing that. I'm writing a web series called Helki. It's a fantasy series, but it's about just that notion. You may want to check it out. There's a lot of surf stuff in there as well. I'm going to be getting back to Helki later in this year. I've been writing the notes down. I'm hammering out a nice ending to book 1, and then we are going to submit it to some of the publishers and see if they'll pick it up. We'll see how things go. But for today, we are going to go surfing, and so I'm going to follow up this segment with a nice surf report. But this segment is a let's mass deploy clean energy segment of the OBX Wave Report to defend our coastlines. So thank you for joining me as we get to Jeanette's Pier and we look at those wind turbine mounts. Get those wind turbine blades up on those turbines everywhere. We need them. Thank you for joining me. And I'll be talking with you just in a couple minutes as we get down to the beach.